In a world of remakes and remasters,
Are we playing for
what was once sacred and cool has now soured and become lame.
Red?
Gone are the days of Pogs and Cowabunga. Now is the reign of slurp juice and dabs. Kids these days don't even know how bad they've got it. Now it's up to the best generation to rise to the occasion and make a show that dares to go where a lot of other nerdy shows have already gone quite a bit. That's right. They're going to talk about it a lot.
Hello, and welcome back to the show. This is Best Gen, where nerds complain about nerdy things, and we call it Best Gen because all of us on the show are más o menos from the same generation. Not because we're better, yeah. It's called Best Gen not because we're better than you, but our movies and entertainment certainly were. So strap on in. Prepare to wax nostalgic as we reminisce upon the days of yore while simultaneously complaining about the utter filth that Hollywood keeps pumping out on a daily basis. It's been a long time since I've messed up the intro.
Yeah. You've had it down pat for a while now.
Yeah, I don't even have to think about it anymore. And then I messed it up. It's all good. It's all good. It's going to be a chill night. It's just me and David, I think, for the whole show. Charles and Jared can't make it, and I just assume Dark Jared isn't showing up.
And I'm also on call, so if you see me
David's on call. It might just be me.
Answer a phone, you might be flying solo for a bit.
It might just be me. Literally, Charles texted me today. He's like, wait, are we doing the show on Saturday? I was like, yes, because you asked us to. Oh, I can't make Saturday. I won't be able to do it today. Because I got a thing.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we've got some wonderful people in chat. I'm going to have to go back and watch the intro because I don't even know how I messed it up. I was just like, wait, that sentence did not make sense the way I put it together.
I think you said it right, and then you second guessed yourself. But
I skipped something. There was a missed connection between thoughts or sentences, and I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense when they're next together. Or maybe I'm just old and had a brain fart. I'm getting more and more brain farts on stream, that's for sure. I'm not able to instantly recall the names of actors and directors as I like.
I've never been able to do that though.
Oh, I've always been really good at it, and I can feel it slipping. So we got some wonderful people in the chat. We got Justin Hancock, who's able to make it for a bit of the show. Nice. We got some Mark Clark. Only 3 minutes late, David. Yeah. No, I was getting some stuff together. Yeah, I was fiddling with settings. It's okay. So, yep. And David doesn't know how to pull out of his driveway. You're right. Correct. Mark Clark's dating Sydney Sweeney, so he's better than everyone. Speaking of Sydney Sweeney, I think we just gotta come out the bat swinging because we've got some massive casting announcements to talk about this week.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, for Disney's X-Men. Have you seen this yet, David?
I have not heard a peep about X-Men.
Yeah.
I've been hearing not so great news about Fantastic Four, but that's not to be surprising.
Thunderbolts also, dropped this week. We haven't seen it.
Nope.
But yeah, they just announced some of the key X-Men. I think you're going to be really excited about this one. I know Mark Clark's going to be real excited about Rogue's casting.
Ooh. Oh no!
We've got Bella Ramsey as Rogue. Mark Clark's favorite. Amber Heard as Emma Frost. Halle Bailey as Storm. And Rachel Zegler as Psylocke.
As if we didn't get those names confused enough.
Which names?
Haley Bailey and Halle Berry.
I said Halle Bailey.
I know. I'm saying because she's getting cast as Storm.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. Is it? It's not Haley Bailey. It's Halle Bailey and Halle Berry.
Whatever.
They have the same first name, right?
It's spelled different, I think.
Honestly,
I don't know.
If she wasn't a complete psychopath, I don't think that's a bad casting for Emma Frost.
Sure.
I think I've seen her in a movie before, and she was fine. But I think I'd be willing to put some money down that like one of these actually happens.
Maybe not in that exact role, but yeah, I could see. I mean, for some reason, well, Amber Heard is kind of dropped off the face of the earth, but for some reason, all of these other actresses are like getting cast and everything, and I don't understand it. Although we don't have Zendaya on there, she's the
but like
cast and everything too. Well, although she's out of all of them, she's the least.
Some people actually like her. I think she's a good actress. I don't understand why people think she's pretty, but I don't think she's ugly either.
Yeah,
Zendaya is a different thing. Zendaya is just like, why is she in everything, and not like, why is she in movies at all?
Right.
You know.
Yep, that's a good distinction.
I'm not a huge fan, but yeah, female Pedro Pascal. That's it. Like Pedro Pascal, I think he's a good actor. I don't like him as a person, and I think it's weird that he's in everything, and I don't think he's right for Joel.
I think he's fine for Joel. I don't think he's right for Mr. Fantastic for sure.
Oh yeah, that's awful.
But yeah, I really haven't seen anything else that Amber Heard's been in aside from Zombieland and Aquaman.
Zombieland. She's in the first one?
Yeah. I don't know what role she played. Let's look at the casting.
I don't remember her in that movie at all. I mean, I think I've seen it once. So
she's 406 in Zombieland. I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that is either. I don't remember.
Oh, maybe it's a zombie kill 406. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she plays a zombie in it.
I don't remember. David, it's been too long since I've seen that.
You still haven't seen Sinners, right?
No.
That's
just in theaters.
Yeah, David texted me this week, and he's like, "Man, you're right. Top Gun Maverick is a good movie."
Yes.
And you've sat. Okay, I just want to make this clear, David. You've sat by on this show.
Yes.
For years while I berated Mark Clark for not watching the movie, and you never once spoke up and said, "Hey, bro, I haven't watched it either."
Yeah, no, I didn't want that. I didn't want that flack from you. I was just going to go on, watch it on my own time, and then be like, "Oh yeah, it's great," But yeah, it was a long time, and it wasn't streaming anywhere that I was paying for. And then
so sad. I'm
ended up seeing it, and it's awesome. It's very, very good. The original Top Gun is fine. I don't see the appeal that the masses have propped it up as this big masterpiece.
Charming.
But
it's not a very well written movie. It's just that everyone in the movie is magnetic.
Yeah.
And that's what the sequel fixes. It takes all of the clunky it's not bad writing, it's bad structuring.
Yeah, it's
The
just slow pacing.
Top
They
Top
had
Gun-
really cool shots of airplanes flying like crazy, and it was just at a
Yeah.
point it was just too many montages of airplanes flying to the same tune, you know, Highway to the Danger Zone over and over again, and you're like, okay, I get it. Let's move on with the story. But this Top Gun Maverick was so good because all the training sequences, all the flight sequences, they just made sense, and I was never unengaged with the plot at all.
Yep.
It's really good.
Um,
Yes, Mark, I really did just watch Maverick, and now it's your turn.
yeah. It's nowhere to be seen for episode 6, and they were jumping for joy that it was like number 9 like last week.
Yep.
Nowhere on the list, being beaten by Bluey, but what show isn't? It's still Reacher's over at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw this week because I was browsing Amazon for something. It's losing to Reacher right now and last week. So it was number 1 for 2 days.
And only number 1 for TV shows. If you factor in movies too, it never made it higher than number 3.
Right, but I feel like that's a fair comparison compared to other TV shows. It was the number 1 show on Amazon for 2 days. And then fell back behind Reacher.
Yep.
It is getting canceled, I hope. Mark Clark sent us $1.99. Thank you so much. Really, David, you just watched Maverick. Yeah, I know. Okay.
Now you don't have any excuses, Mark.
Apparently Sentry is good. Sucks he's in a terrible movie. I've heard mixed reviews on Thunderbolts. I've heard it's just the same slop. I've heard it's actually kind of decent, but it's a shame it's part of the MCU. It's I don't doubt it's probably one of the best movies post Endgame. That's a very low bar. Yeah. Good job, Mule. Doing the Lord's work. I didn't see. Oh. Okay. Yes, technically he has watched it. He just didn't pay attention. Last week was 505, and this week is under. Yikes. Only because of the Sentry. Yeah, I like speaking of Top Gun, I like the actor who plays Sentry. I think he's great. He's great in Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, exactly. It cut through just the stupidity, and it was like, wow, like Hollywood can still make good movies if they try. Like the Batman Riddler. So Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun, the first movie. It's a very charming movie because everyone in it is great. It's not poorly written. It's a good drama. It's structured very poorly.
Yeah.
It's a Harry Potter. It's a Harry Potter movie. Okay, Harry Potter. Mm-hmm. I've been reading Captain Underpants with my kids.
Toilet humor on the brain.
Right. It's a Harry Potter movie where they spend most of the time in school. And then there's an action sequence at the end, right? Except that normally a Harry Potter story incorporates the action scene. It says, hey, there's a mystery and we're going to get to it, and then apply the things that we learned in school at the end. Okay? Yeah. That's the formula. Obviously, it's not just Harry Potter movies. There are lots of things that follow that formula. You go to school, and then you use what you learned at the end of the movie. Okay. The problem with Top Gun Maverick is that the action scene at the end, of Top Gun, is completely disconnected from the rest of the movie. Has nothing to do with the rest of the movie, and it's really good, but you're like, So It's not very well structured, but it's a very good drama and it's very charming, and that's why people like it. I think its charm alone, takes it from like a 6 out of 10 to like a 7 out of 10. But I think
I think that's fair.
It's a slightly above average movie. Top Gun Maverick is a perfect movie because it takes the same formula, it takes all the good things that work about the first movie, and it fixes the pacing. It fixes the structure of the film by saying, "Hey, there's going to be an action scene at the end of this movie, and every part of the movie is building up towards it. They are training for the action movie, so you still get the Harry Potter stuff." You still get, we're at school, but you know what it's for.
Yeah.
And it's connected. It's great. And
Jennifer Connelly.
I think you know what I'm going to say.
It was amazing to me how they introduced Jennifer Connelly's character in this movie. Yeah. And she's not in the original one, but she feels like she is. It's just natural. It was really good.
Hot Shots is pretty great.
Yeah.
Hot Shots Part 2. I think Top Secret is the best out of all of those like slapstick ones. It is criminally underrated. It wasn't as popular, but it's got Val Kilmer in it. I think that was his first movie, maybe not. The relationship between Maverick and his teacher is highly inappropriate. Don't care. Which teacher?
In the original one? I'm assuming. It's the military. Nobody cares about that, especially in the 90s.
Hubba. There you go.
80s and 90s.
There you go. She is the perfect woman. Besides my wife. She's the second most
perfect woman, yeah. Good catch.
1 or 2. Okay. Hot Shots has the best love scene of all time. It's them making fun of he fries an egg on her belly, okay?
Oh yeah.
He cooks bacon and eggs on her stomach because it's so sizzling hot. He gets like an ice cube and it's sizzly, and then cracks an egg. It's great. Best love scene of all time. Well, okay, it's either that or the love scene from Anchorman.
Oh, I don't know. That one went a bit too far.
Those are both pretty good. Take me to Pleasureville. Is it Pleasureville or Pleasure Town?
Pleasure Town. Yeah.
Take me to Pleasure Town. He's speaking blasphemy. Yeah. Dude, like, come on. Running out of bullets and then reaching into a barrel of loose bullets and then throwing them and having him kill people. Great. Fantastic. There's some good moments. I agree. I don't think they're the best out of like those slapstick comedies, but they're great. Okay, that one's good too. Not as good as Hot Shots. Yeah. Does anyone know what happened to Steve last night? I don't know. I wasn't watching his stream. I can't even bring up the comment. Where'd it go? I had no idea something happened. I hadn't seen him chatting in Discord, so I will have to go follow up and see if he's okay. So, because we love Steve. Sorry. I wish I had answers, and now I'm going to be worried all night. So, thanks for that. Thanks for ruining the show, Joshua. Right. Wheel time is gone. I assume we're just going to get cancellation like any second now, you know?
No, I think they'll draw it out. I don't think they're readily.
They're already. They might wait. Yeah.
I think they're just going to be silent about it for a long time, and then just randomly one day we're like, oh yeah, we're not getting a season 4.
Prophet Steve is the only YouTube Steve I know. I know, like, I have a bunch of Steves in my family, and I'm pretty sure that's not what who Joshua was asking about. Oh, okay. I think we found the problem. Oh, Mark Clark. Poor Mark Clark. He can't get his pictures of hot Sydney Sweeney because he looked at one Mormon meme, and now he's getting flooded by Mormon content in the algorithm. Yeah, that happened to me, except it was a bunch of anti-Mormon stuff.
Yep.
I appeared on Ward Radio one time, and they do Mormon apologetics, and everything I saw across all of my platforms, YouTube, Twitter, X, it was all just like crazy anti-Mormon stuff. Like, hey, here's all the bad stuff Mormons do. None of which are true. We're nice.
Yep.
We're nice people.
Those couple crazy Mormons that did crazy things have been excommunicated, sometimes even before they did these crazy things.
Yes, I did know that, Justin.
Nice.
I knew that you came over from that episode.
It was a good episode.
They keep saying, hey, let's get you back on. And I'm like, okay, when? And then I keep getting ghosted. But he's so busy coordinating with hundreds of people, so no shade on Ward Radio. I really like them. Oops, I switched comments. Did I click the wrong one? Yeah, okay. I'm in a weird mood today. Okay, so Nelson, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Thunderbolts dropped this week.
Oof. Yikes.
This is, someone took a screenshot of their theater switching IMAX screens. This was the final showing of Sinners in IMAX.
On a Wednesday, too.
And the first showing of Thunderbolts in IMAX. Granted, they are at different times. So this is at noon, and this is at 10 in the morning.
That's comparable, though.
Right, I know. I'm just saying there's a little bit of leeway, but like that wasn't the point that this person was making. She was just saying, this is the last versus the first. This is the handoff. This is what you're trading over. And again, obviously, and it does make sense, the argument to like, hey, like the IMAX screens should be based on demand, not whatever. But I guess if Disney's paying you money, that'll make up for the loss. But this weekend was supposed to be the release of Kang Dynasty, and instead we got the New Avengers, or Thunderbolts, which doesn't feature any of the characters from Thunderbolts or the New Avengers, except Sentry. But it is what it is. Haven't seen it. I've heard a mixed stuff. I'm not going to see it in theaters. I have no interest in seeing it. I like this. These last 2 weeks have just been like extreme apathy from me with everything on TV. And the only thing I was excited for was Andor. And it's bad. It's garbage now too. And there is nothing good on TV, and there won't be anything good on TV until I guess Murderbot airs
next
drops
week, right?
in 2 weeks. No. Next
2
week
weeks?
is another week of just dead air.
Yeah.
And then Murderbot premieres.
We do have rehearsal.
And we don't know if it's good. We don't know if it's a good show. Okay?
Yeah.
I hope it is. I should probably read book 2, because I think the only thing that they've shown in the trailers is book 1, but it is a kind of short book. So I think it would make sense if season 1 is just book 1. It would also make sense if they keep going, because it is kind of short. They could easily draw it out, make it slower. They could add more to it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to read book 2. I think I have time. I'm almost done reading Silo book 3, which is called Dust. None of the books are called Silo, by the way. It's Wool, and then Shift, and then Dust. But Silo.
Those are some weird names for books.
That's actually pretty good.
Like Dust is all right, but I would not.
So Wool is a reference to, you know, pulling the wool over someone's eyes, because the whole show is about controlling the narrative and lies, right? But it's also a reference to the wool tape and the rags that they used to clean the cameras, right?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And then the second one it's a pretty good title for the second book. I just finished that this week and I loved it. Book 2, Silo.
You can keep going.
I'm trying to make up my mind. It's one of the best books I've read this year. The main character, it's a flashback. The main character of book 2 is probably one of my favorite literary characters of all time. He is phenomenally written. And book 2 is really, really, really good.
Nice.
And I should finish book 3 really fast, and then I'll probably have time to read Murderbot book 2 before the show starts.
Nice.
But
I got a coworker.
It's pretty obvious though. At least the first couple episodes are going to be book 1 though, so I'll have more time than that.
Yeah.
I am excited for Murderbot. I think it looks really good. And man, the people criticizing the show look like idiots. Oh man, the show looked good until he took off his mask. Why'd they have to get a cis white man to play? It's 100% book accurate, guys.
Yeah.
You're complaining about a show adapting about a faithful adaptation. It's insane.
Yeah, the amount of chilling.
That was their complaint about the Wheel of Time
stuff. Yeah.
The only time they complained about the Wheel of Time is when it was book accurate. Inaccurate, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, whatever. Your last MCU was Loki season 1. Kind of similar. Like I watched the first and last episode of Loki season 2 because I just couldn't stand it. And guess what? You don't miss anything. Nothing happens in season 2. You can watch the first and last episode and be caught up because it's just dead air the whole time.
Yeah.
I guess I did watch Guardians 3 and it was trash. I haven't watched most of these. Is there... Oh, you guys convinced me to do Multiverse of Madness too, and I hated it.
I was more positive on that.
Obviously,
than you were,
Spider-Man.
It still wasn't great.
But the TV shows, like I didn't. I think I watched the first episode of Echo. One of you watched all of it, and I was like, "Why are you doing this?"
Was not me. That was after I canceled my Disney Plus. But yeah, that's honestly, I had this problem with the MCU before I stopped watching. Is since they tie everything together, you feel like you can't go see this next movie unless you've seen everything else before it. And so that was my problem. I didn't see one of the... I don't think I saw... was it Infinity War? No, I ended up seeing Infinity War just before it left the theaters. But it was... I almost didn't see it because I hadn't seen Captain Marvel yet, and I hadn't seen one of the other ones. And I was convinced that I had to watch Captain Marvel before I watched Infinity War. Yeah.
Yeah, the Miles Vorkosigan books, I got the first few. It took me a really long time to try and figure out which one was the actual first book.
Yeah.
Because the author himself recommends that you do not read them in publication order. Or her, it's a her.
You sexist.
it's Lewis or Lois, but they're spelled the same, and so you're like, yeah, it's a woman. I am looking forward to reading them. Shards of Honor, and then Bara Yar, which is not the second published book, but the second one you should read. It's just that all of like Audible and like these automated, you got to be real careful with Audible when you're doing series, because it made me read Drizzt out of order too. Audible is saying that Falling Tree is the first book you should read, and that's like one of the last ones you should read in this series. So I do have them. I have some things I need to get done first before I can start them, but I will read them. I was supposed to already be done with the Ender's Shadow series. Okay, those were the first books I was going to finish this year. And
then Dungeon Crawler Carl happened.
And then Dungeon Crawler Carl, I had to do all that.
I guess that was last year, though.
Mark Clark keeps suggesting all these other books. Oh, how come you take so long to read? Because I have a freaking life. Okay?
Yep.
No, it's not a life. I just have kids.
The most stressful life there is.
They're sick again, by the way. Just one of them so far.
Yep.
We'll see what happens. We're like deep cleaning the house.
Yeah.
The Last of Us Season 2 should be less accurate. Yeah, I agree, man. It's been pretty garbage. Oh, let's see how this poll's going. Doctor Who? Yeah. Oh boy. I caught up on Doctor Who this week. Man, it might have just been because my kids were sick, but I was nauseous the whole time. Really bad. I've got like 5 minutes left of today's episode that I didn't finish, but it was so boring. I did fall asleep watching it the first time.
Oh.
Shards of Honor. Yeah, that's the first one. And then Bara Yar is the sequel to that one, even though it's not the next book that she wrote. I got it. I got them queued up. Okay. Let's see.
Speaking of audiobooks, I got my
WandaVision. WandaVision started off the first half of WandaVision is fantastic. I was really liking that show. And then wow, does it drop the ball.
Yeah. I feel like that's all of these Marvel TV shows. They start out decent and then they never deliver in the end. Even Andor season 1. I really liked Andor season 1 until the finale just completely dropped the ball.
The finale was pretty trash.
So everything up to the finale I thought was fine.
Oh, Daredevil Born Again. I was trying to think. I was like, wait, is that the Winter Soldier one? I was like, please don't watch that. Oh, wow. Daredevil Born Again. I know I promised to finish it, and I still haven't. I've started it. I've started the penultimate episode a couple times, and I keep. I got to do this later. I will finish it. Yeah. I committed myself. You guys left super chats, but yeah. Phase 3 has been abysmal. It'll be really fun though. I'm excited for Doomsday, but not because I want to watch it, because I want to see how they're going to address all of the people who haven't been watching. Because they have to. They just said this week they released a bunch of articles saying, we kind of realized that it was becoming a chore. You think? Like it wouldn't have been a chore if they were good. It still would have been a chore even if they were good. But the fact that it's a chore and they're bad, it's really bad news. So it's going to be crazy to see them just ignore literally everything they've done for this Doomsday movie.
Yeah.
As channel member emeritus, you put your foot down and say Warrior's Apprentice first?
Yeah, but Mark Clark, you are not the authority on
book. That is the first book with Miles in it. Shards of Honor is about his parents. If you want me to, I will start with Warrior's Apprentice. Because the author has said that is a place you can start.
Okay. For once, Mark, you are somewhat validated, it seems.
Okay.
But anyways, I was going to say I had a coworker that is big into audiobooks, and he just gave me like every Stephen King audiobook that has ever been made. So I've got a bunch of those, and he recommended this other one that I'd never heard of before. It's called the Bobiverse.
Oh yeah, I have the first 3. I haven't read them
Yeah.
yet. They were on one of Audible's like 2-for-1 sales.
Gotcha. I've got all 5 of them. If you
I've
want.
heard really good things about the We Are Legion, We Are Bob or whatever.
Yeah, it's about an AI that is in charge of the universe. And
yeah, well, tell me when you start reading those, and we'll review them together.
Sure, yeah, that'd be fun.
But yeah, maybe you should read these Dr. Kevorkian books too. I know I said the wrong thing, but that's what I think of anytime I read Vorkorzigan Saga. Okay, Alan will be getting the poops.
Let's not talk about that anymore.
I made mole for dinner. Like, it's pretty much guaranteed, okay? Moonrise on Netflix. Only episode 4 from the director of Attack on Titan. Nifty. Is it also an anime? Yeah, send us good. We need something good right now.
Yeah.
Because we'll have Murderbot. And Murderbot will be interesting in 2 weeks. But man, there is nothing good on TV right now.
It would be good to get a good show recommendation, maybe an older show that we can just watch one episode a week and talk about while we talk about all this other crap. Because
we'll have Murderbot and the Night of the Seven Kingdoms for like a while, but yeah. It is not good. What do we have to talk about? We have to talk about Doctor Who. We have to talk about Andor, and we have to talk about what's the other thing on
Rehearsal. The only one that's good.
Oh, I didn't put it. I forgot to put the Rehearsal on the cover. No, but what's the other show on Last of Us?
Yeah. I didn't watch anything except for the Rehearsal.
I always forget The Last of Us because we're a week behind.
Mm-hmm.
It was so boring.
Yeah, honestly, I don't want to watch anymore.
I never wanted. They had a funeral, and they talked about, hey, like, it's actually kind of insane that they even vote on it. They're like, hey, let's send all of our best fighters to go hunt down these people and execute them. And you're like,
yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
No. And like, not a single sane like, if you want to go get revenge, by all means, throw your life away. It didn't even happen in the city, right? Like, this was a clear assassination. This wasn't like if they were like guerrilla warriors, and attacking the scouts, then yes, you need to like. But they explained why they did what they did. This was an assassination. And they're clearly not going to stick around. So it's not like, oh, we need to send a message or other people will think that they can walk all over us.
Right.
There's not a single sane person who should be in a position of authority who would ever vote yes.
Yeah.
And yet, like, it's
also,
like 4-5 the vote. Oh no, I'm not gonna get 12 of our best after the city is literally hanging open, like the gates are destroyed. You want to send 12 of our best fighters to go hunt down Joel's murderers.
And also, Joel and Ellie are newcomers to this community, right? I guess it's been 5 years off screen, but we've had one episode of him as part of the community, and all of a sudden they're like,
you could stream Conan.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
We need to do a Conan stream. Sorry.
Yes,
maybe Monday or Tuesday.
I am on call, so we could do an earlier one, but otherwise it'd have to be after 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll put something together this week. These last few weeks have been really busy for me. We've had family in town and had a lot of personal stuff to take care of, but got some free time. We need to do Conan. I was playing on Sunday. You're the one who flaked out, okay?
Yep, I joined on Sunday, and I think it
was Mark Clark's fault.
Jumped on Monday night, too. I'm not sure.
Shame. Someone throw, if anyone's a member, if you could throw rocks at Mark Clark, it's one of our little stickers. It's Salty. Good to see you in the chat, man. It's liberating to just walk away from this rewardless, obsessive grind. It's all bad. We all know. Yes, go live life. Yes, I am happy for you that you're that you just walked away from everything, and I'm glad you're happy. I still feel like I can. Like doing this, like calling this crap out can make some kind of difference. It is pretty taxing though.
Yeah.
It's pretty taxing on your mental health.
Emotionally draining for sure.
But I think it's important for me at least. So yes, Mark fell asleep instead of playing with us. Go live life. Anyway, also, I do, it's something that I can do because I have a bunch of kids to take care of. So
yeah,
it wouldn't go pet goats. Yeah. Well, again, we thought Andor was going to be good. Turns out it wasn't. This is one that I am going to care about deeply, though. That's the thing. When they come after something, I have no problem ignoring, well, that's crazy. I used to care about Star Wars. I don't anymore. So it doesn't bother me that Andor sucks now. I just like, okay, it's par for the course, right? It bothers me that Doctor Who sucks because it was one of my great loves.
Mm-hmm.
So when someone comes after your family, when someone comes after something you love, I feel morally obligated to do something about it. But thank you so much for the $2 to go pet some goats. We just got a membership to the zoo, so I will take my girls to go look at goats at least, or look at goats being eaten by lions. Hopefully, thank you so much.
The zoo here in Utah is supposed to be really good. It's been years since we've been there. You and I went there once when we were. Gosh, it had to have been like 20 years ago. It's been a long time.
Right. Yeah, like The Last of Us sucks. It's a bummer. I don't really care. I'm not invested in the series, right? But when they come after The Wheel of Time, when they come after Doctor Who, used to be when they came after Star Wars and Marvel, which I am apathetic towards now. They've ruined that love for me.
Yeah. It's a really sad, disheartening state to be in where I don't care about Star Wars anymore. I never thought I would see the day.
And when they come after the Chronicles, I am honor bound to do something about it. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's adapt the Chronicles of Narnia and let's make the showrunner an avowed atheist.
That'll turn out well.
Yeah. I've heard the game is great. I don't really play video games anymore though, so again, if I was passionate about it, I would care more. Decent eating. I have eaten goat. We had 2 goats growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And a bear attacked and killed one of them, bit the ear off the other one, and then we killed the bear as well.
Yep.
And we ate both of them.
We had bear goat sausage.
Goat is not terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember when they removed God and Christianity from A Wrinkle in Time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a bad thing. I haven't read The Wrinkle of Time, so I don't know how important Christianity is to the overall story. I've seen the cover. I know like one of the covers is like about Noah's Ark,
Right.
I just don't know how much it'll affect the story. That was not even the worst problem with that movie.
Yeah.
That movie was the cinematography alone is one of the worst crimes I have ever seen committed. Every single shot was a too close up, like focusing on the actors' noses. Like it was so the depth of field was so shallow. You could see the person's nose and then their cheeks and mouth and eyes were out of focus. It was insane. I felt physically sick watching that movie because I was getting motion sickness. That movie was disgusting.
Yeah.
Season 5, episode 13. I recently rewatched most of Doctor Who. I got all the way to Peter Capaldi, and I did not finish Peter Capaldi stuff. That's when it starts getting real bad.
Yeah.
Aslan.
Peter
not
Capaldi's
Aldan.
last couple episodes are really good, though. There's a couple ones you got to suffer through, but
Doctor Who's easily the
strong
worst,
note.
Charles, who's supposed to be on the show. The Last of Us could be a good show if Ellie was a different actor and Andor had a first good season. Yeah, no, I'm talking about like the stuff we're watching right now. So like I'm talking about Andor season 2.
Yeah.
The stuff that we're being forced to watch for homework right now. Which one's the best? Which one's the worst? I still think the answer is pretty obviously Doctor Who. And it looks like 90% of poll watchers, poll participators agree. So I'm going to end that poll because that's a good place to end it. Fox announced they are working on production for a new Dresden series.
Okay.
That could be good.
As long as Disney keeps their grubby hands off of
It is Disney.
what Fox is doing. I know it's Disney, but it's a different
Oh,
department.
yeah.
Still.
I forgot they bought Fox.
Yeah.
I need to read more of those too. I only read the first one, and it was fantastic.
I saw the.
I've heard they only get better from there. Which
saw
I'm
the
excited about, 'cause,
original
like,
show.
Book 1 was like a solid 8 out of 10, and if they get better, whew, oh boy.
Yeah.
Was there? Did we need to read this, David? You sent it to me.
Not really. No, they're basically saying they don't even address the whole Christian.
I have
undertones of
heard
it or whatever.
tales of that first adaptation, and I'm morbidly curious. Like, is it worth? Is it like so bad that it's good? You know, like, is it fun to watch even though it's terrible?
I thought it was
Because I'm pretty curious about it.
It wasn't great. It's kind of on par with something like Supernatural or Grimm or something, but
those were
a
both
little more
horrible
cheesy.
shows.
Yeah.
I couldn't get past season 1 of Supernatural. I had so many friends that were like, "Oh, it's so good, it's so good," and I'm like, "Yikes! This is not a good show. Why would you want me to watch this?"
Yeah, I think it's about the same production value, but it's a little bit.
I
more
think I watched one episode of Grimm, and I was like, "I'm good, boys."
Yeah,
but I am tempted to watch that season of Dresden.
There's only one season, so
that would be tempting. Okay, so Greta Gerwig's Narnia remake needs radical casting, thanks to one of the harshest realities it faces.
Yeah, so basically...
Okay, so the adaptation faces a harsh reality, and the solution to that is radical casting?
Yeah.
What's the point? What are they trying... I assume they're just trying to justify, hey, let's make Aslan a woman.
Exactly. And they, like I said, they don't even go into the whole Christian tones of the original source material or whatever. All they're saying is, hey, we already have a Chronicles of Narnia adaptation, and so this one has to be different, or else no one's going to watch it. And so that's why they're making these radical things, is just so that it's going to be different from the existing adaptation. That's their whole thing. That's the entire reason. The justification for cutting out the entire heart of the series.
Okay. Give me a second.
Yep.
Screen rants. Bad takes.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
We already have a good thing. Let's change it so that people will watch it. Let's change it
That's
from
their
the thing that
justification.
people like.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's worked so well for Hollywood in the past, in the right now.
Well, maybe it's just like communism. It just hasn't been done right. Once they do it right, it'll work. It'll work. This time,
Aslan was
trust me.
already voiced by a legendary A-lister, so now we need to make a bad choice.
Yeah.
There are plenty of other A-listers that could fill in the... Look, cast Jeremy Irons. He's already played a lion once. It was terrible, but he'd do a better job as Aslan than Scar. Okay? Literally anyone. Liam Neeson. Wait,
Liam Neeson did voice Aslan.
he did. Was Liam Neeson Aslan? Hold on. I said that and I was like, wait a second. That sounds familiar. Chronicles. It was Liam Neeson, wasn't it?
Yep.
You could literally grab like anyone, make him Gandalf. Make him anyone. Literally anyone. I would take what's his name? Man, my brain is not
You're
working
not
today.
100%, huh?
You know who I would take? You know who I would take over casting a woman as Aslan? I would freaking take Seth Rogen. Okay. I would take Seth Rogen as Aslan.
It's
over.
It's better casting.
Look, I think What's Her Face is fantastic. Okay, I like a lot of stuff she's been in. What is her face? Glenn Close?
No,
did I get the wrong old woman?
You got the wrong old woman.
It's not Glenn Close. It's what's her name? Why isn't her name in the article? Why isn't her name in the article, David? Did they not mention who's doing the voice acting? Meryl Streep.
It's Meryl Streep, yeah. Oh, there it is. Meryl Streep. Yeah.
They're basically the same person, okay? Right? Like, I mean, come on. Do I need to pull up like a side-by-side Glenn Close, Meryl Streep? I'm not saying it would be a good casting. I'm saying I would take it over Meryl Streep.
Yep. If you type in Meryl Streep versus Glenn Close, autofills.
Look, okay, we're gonna do this. How do you spell Meryl?
YL Streep.
Streep versus Alec Baldwin.
I don't know what that is.
Look,
I don't know what
that is the same human being. Okay?
Yep.
I mean, come on. One's a little bit older.
Yep.
Sue me, okay? All white people look the same, okay?
Yep. You can't call us racist if we get our own race mixed up.
Look, here's the thing. You could just have Liam Neeson do it again.
Yeah.
He's still a working actor. He would probably be better this time because he's even older and wiser, you know?
Yeah.
You could do AI. Yeah. Sorry I didn't even address your comment. But yeah.
Yeah, remember like 2 years ago when deep fakes started being a thing and we're like, oh yeah, but you can't do that with voices yet. Voices are just, you can still tell with the voice. You can't tell anymore. AI voices are insanely accurate.
Yeah.
There's still a little bit of uncanniness in there, but it sounds really good. So
Narnia's casting highlights the harsh reality Netflix remake faces. That's being made by someone who hates the point of the books.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then it says the the other films are still fairly recent releases. No, it's been
It's
quite a
been
while.
20 years, man.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Tilda Swinton was pretty great. Pretty great.
James McAvoy.
What is this?
before
Like,
he
I
was-
hate how much they bury the lead. You're like, okay, what's the point? Oh, let me summarize everything and then say it in the last sentence. As a result, okay, landing big name talent and unexpected actors to play major roles could be the perfect way. Okay.
Yeah.
So, or how about book accurate? Like, there's
Yeah.
no reason that this can't also be the. That's the thing. Like, this isn't wrong, but it doesn't justify the stupidity.
Yep.
It also doesn't eliminate the possibility of being book accurate. You Porque no los dos, baby.
Yep.
Just 15 years ago. Okay. Voyage of the Dawn Treader, but no one watched that one though. Come on.
Right.
Okay? No one watched it. It's not a bad movie. Strong impression. So let's make it suck.
Yeah.
Can balance their revolutionary casting by staying. Or just be faithful all the time. Look, we know it's a mistake, but we can make up for it by being faithful in other places. It's not going to be faithful to its Christian roots. I can guarantee that.
Yep.
It has the possibility to be the best Chronicles of Narnia to date.
You can say that about any adaptation.
Yeah. Like,
Anything that hasn't been made
it has a
the
possibility
potential
that
to be
this
good.
one might be good.
Yep.
It is so hilarious that Disney started making the series and didn't know that it was about Jesus.
Yeah.
And then they got to the third book and they're like, oh, we can't keep doing this. And then Fox made the third movie.
Yeah.
And then they bought Fox. So it's like you made it anyway. Double check me. It was Fox, right? That movie 3 was Fox?
I don't
90% sure that I'm correct. No, that would largely change the character.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna laugh if Aslan is still
What
a male
message?
lion, though.
Please do tell me, what is the theme of the books?
If not Christianity, yeah.
I agree.
Break it
None
down.
of these should be cast aside, like the characters that are male and female.
Yep. How much do you want to bet?
Okay, look,
Going to be a male lion.
In the same sentence, look, we can be really faithful by making changes.
Yeah. New twisting characters. Yep.
Oh,
Make
boy.
changes to the characters, but as long as the story's the same, then it could be a huge success. No, you're changing what the story means just by the casting.
Sometimes it's better the
So
second
not
time. Yeah,
possible.
look, I enjoyed the first book, and I've been told that the first 2 Dresden Files books are average, and then from 3 on, they become phenomenal. So I liked book 1. It wasn't perfect. It was fun. And I'm really looking forward to the rest. Communism. Thank you, Mark Clark. See, I don't even have to say it anymore. You guys know me so well.
Yep.
Communism. You know the thing Animal Farm's supposed to be about, but we got Seth Rogen making it, so it won't be. Okay, you could do new twists on the characters with unique casting, but as long as so you can make a twist as long as it remains the same. So you can change it as long as, like, what are you saying? What are you saying? And Gerwig understands the source material and delivers a faithful... Newsflash, she does not understand the source material. She does not.
Yep.
The movies can be a huge success. Gerwig may have an uphill climb in her efforts, satisfying, blah, blah. Oh, gross. Okay, next. The Chosen Season 5 box office proves Hollywood is robbing its biggest shows of being more successful. I'm assuming this is like, hey, they put Season 5 in theaters and it made a bunch of money. Why don't we do that more?
Yes, that is their
Screen Rants. Good takes?
Yeah, so it's funny. It's a good take, but it's also
This
missing
website
the
gives me
entire
whiplash,
point.
though.
It's also missing the entire point because
Okay,
you know what
sorry.
Screen Rants. Bad takes.
Okay, what's it
There
missing?
you go.
It's missing the point because
what is truly robbing the biggest shows of more success is being
being
faithful to the source material and being actually decent things that people actually want to watch.
yeah,
The reason
That's
why
fair.
Chosen
the
is
reason
so
why it's making
successful
money
is
in
because
theater.
it's an alternate media that's
Dude,
not.
I was
giving
trying
into
to
this
get tickets to see
garbage.
a different movie, and I couldn't because the theater was full up of Chosens. Now, granted, I'm in Utah. It's
Yeah.
probably a bigger
Utah
problem here, but I was like,
No.
I don't want to go see Chosen in theaters. I'm trying to get tickets to see. What was I trying to see? I don't even remember.
Thunderbolt.
What's the movie I just watched in
No.
theaters?
The vampire one?
Oh yeah, Sinners. Yeah, I was trying to get.
No.
There was only one showtime at my local theater because it was full of Chosen screenings. I was
Wow.
like, go away. I don't need more Jesus in my life. If I want that, I can watch Greta Gerwig's adaptation of the Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Did you just do takebacks? No takebacks? Well, it's a good take, but it's also a bad take because they're stupid.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Good take, but they
It's
missed the
make.
point
How
also.
much money did it make? That's crazy. That's a lot of money. And it's like a 3-hour session because these are hour-long episodes. I was looking at like how long. I was like, I don't want to sit in a theater for 3 hours unless it's Lord of the Rings. Or, okay, Lord of Lords, maybe. Oh, shoot. Oh, I'm going to hell. The Last Supper is like 9 hours long, though.
Oh, wow.
Because I was looking at a Chosen for The Last Supper Part 1, and it was 3 hours long. And I was like, is that how long the episode is? That's crazy. I guess it's like one night. I guess it's just going to follow, like, it's going to go like a Gethsemane, Last Supper, and like...
Yeah. I don't know how far this...
50 million. That's
the
huge.
Last Supper is
For a
season
TV show
5,
in
right?
theaters, that is huge.
Yeah.
I want more House. We're getting more House of David, baby.
Yeah,
We're
it was
getting
renewed
it.
for season 2.
Amazon. Sounds like Amazon is massively shifting gears, man.
Yeah.
I didn't
hope
know they paid for House of David.
Really?
It wasn't just a show that they hosted. They financed it.
Wow.
It was because of another movie. It was a Christian movie that one guy was in. That one old Christian guy. Not Mel Gibson. No. The Last Supper was special guest. Honestly, that would be fun. I mean, he's doing a sequel, right? He's doing the resurrection of the
Is he?
Christ. It's
I
been
would-
on IMDb for a while. He's doing the Passion 2, Passion Harder, It was like it was a faith-based movie with Cheaper by the Dozen guy. No, not Cheaper by the Dozen. Yours, Mine, and Ours, the remake of that one.
Oh, why? am I not
I don't
thinking
know
of his
why
name?
that's the movie I remember him in, because he's got a much better repertoire.
Right.
2005, Yours,
Kurt
Mine, and
Russell?
Ours.
Is it Kurt Russell?
No, Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid, right?
Why can't I think of one other
I know, right?
better Dennis Quaid movie than the remake of Yours, Mine, and Ours? Okay,
Right.
IMDb, Dennis Quaid. Please give me a better movie to think far from Frequency. Oh, kill me now.
Only one of the greatest movies of all time.
Frequency. Okay, I should have said Frequency. Gosh. Or The Day After Tomorrow. I didn't even take that. Yours, Mine, and Ours. And I said Cheaper by the Dozen first. Sometimes I hate myself. It was On a Wing and a Prayer. He's flying an airplane and something goes wrong and God helps him survive because he prays. Oh, David's on the phone. It was a faith-based movie. They took a chance on it. It made them tons of money, and so they said, "Oh, wait." It's almost like Amazon got the actual message to this Screen Rant article. They're like, "Hey, people liked this," so they financed House of David.
Yeah,
and hopefully, if they cancel Rings of Power and Wheel of Time,
we'll get more stuff like this.
I will be like fully on Amazon's team.
Oh yeah, dude, I want like a Samson and Delilah. I want Battle of Jericho. I want all sorts of Bible stories, faithfully adapted.
Bible's great. Parent Trap?
Yeah,
was he in a remake of Parent Trap too?
Yeah.
Is that the one with
No, he's in the original Parent Trap, isn't he?
Okay, now I gotta do some Googling. Parent.
Oh no, it is the.
It's the not the Mike.
It's the one with the Yeah, it is the remake with
what's her face?
What's her name?
The one
that there wasn't
big
really
falling off.
Yeah. Freaky
Herbie
Friday.
Fully Loaded. Freaky
Herbie,
Friday. Yeah. What is her name?
Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that is the remake. The original was with the Olsen
Ryan
twins or
Keith.
something, right? Or something.
Right?
Yeah.
The one from 61.
Yeah, Dennis Quaid is a good actor.
Dennis Quaid's a fantastic actor.
He's great.
And he should be making, hey,
Dragonheart.
Dennis Quaid Aslan, not a bad choice.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan, thank you. Yeah.
Be done for that.
Kings started. Oh wait, sorry, I gotta go back. I like that Ian McShane show, Kings. I've never heard of it. Modern day David Goliath take. Wait, that sounds great. Started off good. It seems like the writers didn't know what direction to take the show. It's just called Kings. I don't think it's the Sacramento Kings.
No, Ian McShane Kings. That doesn't look like David and Goliath.
Are you thinking of the TV show Goliath? Isn't that one about lawyers? Sebastian Stan, I like him. What is this show? Oh, it's called Goliath. The first episode is called Goliath. Interesting. Judgment Day.
Huh.
King Silas sends David on a mission. Wow. I'll have to check that out sometime.
Yeah.
I could give that show a gander. You can get Randy Quaid. I don't know. He's kind of a hot button right now. I don't know why. I don't know why he's in so many things. But he's popular right now. See if we can play a trailer. Should we react to the trailer? Okay. Let's see. Kings. Let me see if I can pull up. All right, that's a minute. Sure. Let's do this. I'm curious. I'm very curious. I need to change screens. Can't stand Jack Quaid. I don't think he's a bad actor. I think he's he's been typecast as just a despicable person, and maybe that reflects like his real life personality. But I don't think that's to say like he couldn't do a better job given a more interesting role. It's just that he's always given the same role, which is just something I don't want to watch.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's his fault or not, you know?
I'm getting another call, man.
Okay, David's got to go to work for a bit. I'm going to watch the trailer for Kings. But only if it's good for the goose. Or Quaid from Total Recall. Oh, Randy Quaid. Who is Randy Quaid? Hold on. Oh, yeah, okay. Right. That's a different Quaid. There's lots of Quaids. Okay. Give me a second. I gotta share a different screen if I want the audio. This one. Share. Oh, it's muted. I was gonna say, can you hear this? This march. All right. Kings.
Day, sir, his name's?
David Shepard. Here to see,
Who's that? Hold on. Christopher Egan. What have I seen him in? I haven't seen any of these shows, so I guess he just has one of those faces. Wait, is he Aragon? I have seen him. That's Aragon. Oh man. It's Porkins from Star Wars. He's an Egan. It's Roran. Who's Roran? That's not Aragon. That's a different guy. Aragon's played by a different guy. Who was Roran in that movie? Man, I got so excited. That movie's so awful. What a waste. What a waste of a film. I've seen him in something, but none of this rings a bell. Definitely have not watched any of that. Anyway, okay, here's the trailer. Let's go back. He's an Egan.
David Shepard. Here to see,
Here to see everyone, sir.
Here to see everyone. What? David slays Goliath. Interesting.
I owe you a lot. You saved my son's life, that means I owe you mine. Even if you ask for half my kingdom.
you saved the king's son.
He's just a king. A modern day. So America has. Okay. Interesting. Goliath is a type of tank. Yeah. Okay. I got from the picture. It was like a Tiananmen Square part two. He's Porkins from Star Wars. Okay.
There are a lot of people watching you right now. You know that.
Half my kingdom it is.
He's a good person. He's not that virtuous.
He'll be trouble, you watch. The only way to deal with him is with a bullet.
When did this come out? This was, 2009. You can tell from the music.
This is what we were fighting for.
This looks interesting. This looks like... It looks like schlock, but like entertaining schlock, you know? Where you're like, that's not half bad. But it's not like great either. I will definitely check it out. We shall see. Okay. Let's see. Can we cover any of this while David is gone? Chosen. No, I want David to see the rest of these articles. They're special. So, completely forgot about it. Well, maybe I'll check it out. He's an underrated actor. You liked it back then. Cool. Yeah, it looks interesting. And it looks more interesting than anything that is currently on TV. So I might check it out this week before we get Murderbot Baby, which I'm excited about. I really liked the first book. I know Mark Clark likes those books. Hopefully I'll get book 2 finished. Okay. David hasn't even watched Doctor Who, so I could talk about that. Today's episode, I still have 5 minutes left, so I don't know how it ends, but I pretty much got to I got past the finale. So it's white man bad, the episode. It's very predictable and very boring. It took David 3 years to watch Maverick. Yeah. Man, Doctor Who, what a shame. Charles had watched the episodes this season, right? And was saying that they were bad. What an understatement. Because I caught up this week. I watched 3 episodes then, right? Let's see. I got to pull up a list now. So the ones I hadn't watched, the episode 2, because we all watched episode 1. Episode 2 is a cartoon character comes to life. And he's a bad guy because he's the god of light. Because for some reason, this show is no longer a sci-fi show. It's about magic. It's a fantasy show. I don't understand why they've just completely butchered this show. I wonder if the ratings for The Well have come out yet. That was last week. I think they did. Let's see. Let me pull up Doctor Who consolidated ratings. Is it episode 3? Because today's episode is episode 4. Okay, so there's a slight bump. So, episode 1 got 2 million views overnight, which is the lowest rated finale or lowest rated season premiere of all time. And then episode 2 lost 500,000 viewers and was the lowest rated episode of all time. The lowest performing episode of Doctor Who in 60 years, right? $60 years. This show has been going on for 60 years. Has a passionate fan base that we've routinely, consistently just pissed off until now there is nothing left. At its peak, it's getting 12 million, right? And then if you talk about the reboot, got almost 8 million, averaging 7, above 7, okay, during the whole reboot. And then you get to Peter Capaldi, and it starts dropping because the quality started dropping. First season wasn't terrible. Each consecutive season, each consecutive episode of Peter Capaldi got worse and worse and worse. The finale wasn't terrible. And then you got 3 years of just white man bad Jodie Whittaker. And now it's somehow even worse than the Jodie Whittaker run. This is insane. I'm trying to remember the lowest rated episode before that was right before the show got canceled. It was right before the reboot, so it would be season 26. Battlefield, Part 1. Got 3.1 million viewers. That was the lowest rated season premiere until now. And this was the show that broke BBC's back. They canceled the show after this season. Before it was rebooted. Right. Oh, they did a movie afterwards, right? With the 8th Doctor. He only got one movie. So that's crazy. The show is doing really bad. 3 million viewers on Lux. What number is that? Is that consolidated? That's going to be episode 2. Okay, so they're pulling the +7 numbers for the week-long numbers for the numbers that they're showing on Wikipedia, which might not be consistent. These might be the week-long numbers, and these might be premieres. It's harder to tell. We don't know if they switched halfway between, you know what I mean? But yeah. So we talked about Joy to the World. We talked about Robot Revolution. Lux was the god of light. And man, it was boring. Oh, wow. Okay. Let me catch up on some of these chats. NBC had several one-night bangers in the early aughts. They had that. There was a show I really liked that only got like 2 seasons. Revolution. I'm pretty sure that was NBC. It wasn't great, but it was fun. It was about like, oh, all technology stopped working. And so it was like post-apocalyptic fun show. I remember it had Giancarlo Esposito in it as the bad guy. I remember liking that show. Pretty sure that was also NBC. It got canceled after season 2. It kind of dragged its feet a little bit, but it was a fun premise. I think that, yes, they've definitely done White Man Bad the episode before. This episode, Lucky Day, was the worst one. They got ratings from Dr. Kevorkian. That's terrible. Yeah, terrible for an international show. Yeah, internationally. I've only watched disparate reviews. You're better for it too. Like, don't watch the show. Lux was so just laughably stupid and incredibly meta. It was baffling. It was the God of Light makes a cartoon character come to life and starts. He doesn't kill people. He turns people into film strips. Like captures them in film. And also like brings the movie theater owner, he brings his dead wife back to life so that he can dance with her. And then they close down the movie theater, and it was all about racism. It was all about, because it's the 60s, everyone was mad at the doctor and his companion, Belinda Chandra, because they're black. And so like, are you going to help me find my son? Thanks. Also, I'm going to report you to the police because you're a black man for existing. I'm going to report you to the police for existing. It was like, it wasn't even, I don't even, it can't even be called on the nose. It was just dumb. Like it was so confusing what like the point of the episode was, other than this isn't even the White Man Bad episode, but the episode was about racism and a god of light, I guess. And then it becomes so meta. Doctor Who gets sucked into the TV, and they have to like speed up. He reaches out, grabs the film, and speeds it up so that he can get out of the TV, and then they break the fourth wall, literally. Like, he pushes on the screen and the screen falls over, and they climb out of the TV and they meet Doctor Who fans who are saying, wow, like, the show's gone downhill, hashtag RIP Doctor Who. It's so terrible. It's not Doctor. It's so far from what this show once was. It's insane. It's not even the same genre of TV anymore. It's just bizarre. I hate it so much. Disprue is one smart, funny lesbian. Yeah, horrible hair. He's a funny guy. He needs to get a queer-eyed. And he needs to do teeth. But man, what a funny guy. That's so bad. For a show that was averaging 7,000 viewers. Let's see. Where are they actually getting these? I don't know how to tell if they changed metrics. That's the problem with statistics, right? Like, oh, it says it got that many viewers. Yeah, for the whole week, right? You used to have like these. When you talk about violent crime, comparing statistics right now to previous statistics, you can't compare them because the FBI changed how they reported statistics because it was racist. Whatever. You can lie with statistics any way you want. Tenet's episode, is the Tenet episode good that came out not long ago? No. It is filth. He did 3 of them. They are horrible. It's not even fun just seeing Tenet in the role. Like, he's just, the entire episode, the entire performance is just insufferable. Let's see. There were 3 of them. Star Beast is about like a Care Bear that's evil, and a little girl finds him, and that little girl is trans, and the boy becomes a girl, is pretending to be a girl, and they save the world by being girls. It's Donna's daughter is a trans woman. Yeah. And at the end of the episode, they berate Doctor Who for being a man. And they say, the only way to save the world is by being women. That's something men can never understand. This speech is being given by a man pretending to be a woman. I kid you not. It is garbage. Yeah. Also, there's a unit leader in a wheelchair who has a bazooka in her wheelchair. It's great. Is there a metric for how many started an episode but never finished it? That's tough. No, that counts as a view. So Star Beast is terrible. The Wild Blue Yonder is like a body horror thing. Like there's something that makes copies of the Doctor and Donna, but they're like stretchy and weird. I didn't watch that one. I watched Disparu's review of it because the first episode was so terrible. And so I don't know all the specifics, but it's like weird. It's just a completely pointless episode. And then The Giggle, I also didn't watch because Star Beast pissed me off so much. But that's where the Doctor bi-generates. So it's different from a regeneration. He bi-generates. He splits into 2 people so that David Tennant and Ncuti Gatwa can exist simultaneously. So David Tennant, Doctor, still exists, and he's hanging out with Donna. and her trans daughter. But then the show follows Chudigatwa doctor instead. It doesn't make any sense. The bad guy is Doogie Howser. And he's the god of fun. He's the toy maker. The whole theme for this whole rebooted series is there are pantheon gods and they know magic, and the Doctor has to fight a bunch of like themed gods. It's Neil Patrick Harris as the toy maker, or as the toy boy. I think his name is the toy maker. And he makes the Doctor play games with him. And if you lose, I guess you die. And because he was in a game, the Doctor he got killed at the end, but then he regenerated, then it was a bi-generation. He had Donna and Donna's trans daughter. They pulled him apart. They split him into not osmosis. What's the mitosis? Mitosis, I think that's what I'm thinking of. They split him into two people. Okay? And it's David Tennant Doctor and Chudigatwa Doctor. And then Chudigatwa goes to the TARDIS and picks up a giant hammer, that they used in one of the games, and he hits it into the TARDIS, and he splits the TARDIS into two. And so now there's two TARDISes. So David Tennant can have a TARDIS because it's a game, I guess. It's not explained. None of the show doesn't make sense anymore. Like, the show has always been wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. It hasn't really, it's scientific mumbo jumbo. Okay. It's not a hard sci-fi. It's a soft sci-fi. It doesn't concern itself. Oops. I minimized the wrong thing. It doesn't concern itself with any of the hard details. It's always been soft, but for the most part, each episode has been internally consistent, right? It'll say, hey, here's a funny sci-fi rule. Let's play with it and have fun and see what happens. Okay? Let's have a creature that can only move if you're not looking at it. Okay? And let's see what happens. And it's consistent for that episode. Okay? Doctor Who has always had some plot holes between episodes, like across the series, right? You're like, hey, what happened to the Doctor's daughter? Why did she never come back? Or how come, it hasn't been super consistent. And that's what you get from a show that has like 100 people writing it, right? It's constantly switching showmakers. It's constantly switching writers between seasons. And so each episode will be consistent, but there's going to be a few things lost in the cracks between seasons, between episodes, right? Like the fact that you get, what's her face, the Impossible Girl, Clara Oswald. You meet her great granddaughter or her great grandson in space. Like, hey, I'm your descendant. And then both her and her boyfriend die like 2 seasons later without having kids. And so you're like, okay, that doesn't make sense. So they've dropped a few balls here and there. I will say most of those plot holes come in later seasons, in like the Peter Capaldi seasons, where you're like, okay, you're really not paying as much attention to the show lore as I wish you were, and you're dropping a few balls. Doesn't bother me nearly as much as the episode can't even keep track of itself. The one episode will give you rules and then just completely forget about them. Sorry, well, you're going to get it. Every Russell T. Davies show is about being gay. Yes. He has 2 shows called Pickle and Cucumber. Yeah. One of them was gay AF, right? Or something like that. He has a show called Gay AF, or no, queer as folk. Queer as folk, but it's queer AF. like folk, I think, or folks. I don't know. TARDIS, unfortunately named vessel in today's culture. What's wrong with the word TARDIS? I'm missing some reference. So it still is listen up, honey, a man is talking? No, it's way worse. Now it's listen up, doctor. A woe man who's really a man is talking. What's wrong with the word TARDIS? Something happened to those initials? Oh, like retard? Is that what we're talking about? Yeah, it's 2025. You can say retard again. Like, it's okay. You can do it. Feel no shame. You don't let people pressure you into changing the way that you speak. Yeah, okay. My brother was retarded. He's dead now. Okay? David is still retarded. It's fine. Okay. So the giggle did the bi-generation thing with a toy maker. Yeah, and it didn't make any sense. It really didn't make sense. He picks up a toy hammer and smacks it into the TARDIS, and it splits it into two TARDISes. Okay? There was still a little game energy in it. I think that's literally the line. Okay? The church on Ruby Road is terrible. It introduces a character who's a big mystery box. And then at the end of the season, the answer to the mystery box is the mystery box was only important because you thought it was important, and stories give things power. But the only reason that we thought it was important is because the show told us that it was important, only to tell us that we were stupid for thinking that it was important. This is not hyperbole. That's literally the plot of the episode. They fight the god of death, and Ruby Sunday has magical powers. She's had magical powers the whole season. She defeats the god of music in this episode, and there's another god that they fight. Maybe not. Oh yeah, there's like she has like superpowers. These gods, like, their magic doesn't work on her. And then we're told in these last two episodes that it's because stories have power. There's nothing important about Ruby Sunday. She just had power because we gave it to her. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. Space Babies is about babies flying a spaceship. It's never explained why they're babies. They're just babies. And they don't grow old. They've been babies for 100 years. It's weird. The Devil's Court is about the god of music, who's not a transvestite, who's a drag queen. Which isn't that the same thing? Is there a difference between a transvestite and a drag queen? I legitimately don't know. That's the same thing, right? Is it like every box is a rectangle, or every square is a rectangle, but not every rectangle is a square? All drag queens are transvestites, but not all transvestites are drag queens. Please help me out in the comments, okay? Poor David. David's retarded. Gotta drop out. Great show, y'all. Yeah, thanks. Hail to the host. Thanks for tuning in, man. The mystery plot was inspired by The Last Jedi, and you can tell. Yeah, except that it kind of made sense in The Last Jedi, and it doesn't make sense here. Okay? It's dissatisfying, but I think having Rey Skywalker be a nobody is a much better answer than having her be a Palpatine. Okay? And the show... Yeah. That's all I'll say about that. Boom is the Doctor steps on a landmine and it can't move for the whole episode. Otherwise, he'll explode. Except the internal logic makes absolutely no sense, and it keeps contradicting itself, and it's stupid. And you're like, why doesn't he just do this? It's silly. This one, is even worse. It's a voodoo episode. These episodes are about magic instead of sci-fi. It's bizarre. It's about voodoo. Like he steps on a hex and disappears. And then Ruby Sunday is alone for the whole episode, and there's a person that follows her who's always 73 yards away. It's like the It Follows monster, except it only follows far away from you. And then it's like the explanation is there is no explanation. There literally is no answer to this episode. She goes into the future and she is the person that was following her, but it's like an old version of her. And then she tells herself, and then she like kills herself at the end of the episode, and then it resets, and then she's back with the doctor, but it doesn't resolve. There literally is no answer to the mystery of this episode. It's nonsense. It knows it's nonsense, and it can't answer its own questions because there is no satisfying answer to the question. So it doesn't even try. It just says, "It was a weird thing." Do you remember that episode, David? The voodoo one? You didn't watch any of this crap, did you? You were still watching Top Gun Maverick.
Is this the current season?
No, this was last season. Someone asked if at least the episodes with I've been vamping for a while. Someone asked if the episodes with David Tennant were good, and I decided to explain all of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
This is the one where he disappears and she's got an It Follows monster, but it's her when she's old that's been following her the whole time, and none of it's explained. Literally, if you just watch one episode of the season, watch this episode and try and figure out what the hell is happening, because the writers don't know.
Yeah,
it's bizarre.
No, I didn't watch. I haven't watched any full episodes of Nakuti however the hell you say his name, except for the Christmas special, the Joy to the World one. That's the only one I've seen in its entirety.
Dot and Bubble is like a Black Mirror episode where like Facebook is bad, and also white people are bad. Rogue is Bridgerton, the Doctor Who episode, and also gay sex. And then this is the 2-part finale where they fight the god of death, and the answer is we have no answers. Again, it is a common theme. And then Joy to the World. I don't even remember that.
That's the Christmas special.
Yeah, but what happened?
There was the star and in the briefcase.
Oh,
and
Jesus is bad.
people.
The episode, right?
Yeah,
I forgot. That was terrible. Okay, Robot Revolution was white people are bad, and Lux was also white people are bad, and The Well was a sequel to Russell T Davis's best episode of all time, Midnight.
Yeah.
He decided to write a sequel to Midnight. David, you need to watch this episode because it will piss you off.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't know why it's a sequel to Midnight, because the monster is not the same monster. He's saying it is the same monster. Oh no, we're on the planet. It's like a reveal halfway through the episode. The planet we're on was called Midnight. That means that the monster that we're dealing with in this episode is the monster from that episode, except the rules of the monster are different.
Yeah.
Midnight is fantastic. It's a bottle episode inside of a train car. They never leave the train car, and the whole plot it's a psychological plot.
Yeah.
It's studying human nature and how humans will always resort to violence instead of peaceful solutions. Okay, and he's trying to deal with this new entity. He doesn't know how it works. He's trying to figure out the rules, and it's trying to kill people, and he's trying to stop the train car from going crazy and killing everyone. It's a phenomenal episode. Okay, and then it ends with someone sacrificing themselves to get rid of the monster and save everyone else on the train car. Okay, yeah. And then The Well says, oh no, it turns out we're on that same planet and that monster is back, except it works differently now. And it kills people. I kid you not. It kills people with perspective.
Like as in changing the camera angle perspective?
Yes.
That's gay.
It shows you the monster. It's a physical monster that it doesn't, instead of taking over someone's body and copying them and mimicking them, it hides and does nothing. It hides on a person. It hides behind that person at 12 o'clock.
That's
Midnight,
so
David. That's why the planet is called Midnight.
Yeah, except
because of a
whole
monster.
premise-
The planet is called Midnight because of a monster that no one had ever encountered until it's a planet made of diamond. It's a tourist trap that has been going on for centuries, and no one has ever encountered the monster until the one episode of Doctor Who, and then the monster's killed at the end and disappears, and no one ever encounters it again. And yet they named the planet after the monster that no one has ever seen.
That's ridiculous.
So it hides behind you at 12 o'clock. And if you try and look at it, like it keeps moving behind the person it's attached to, so you can never see it. But if if while you're looking at it, if another person walks behind that person, now this only works in a TV show where you have a camera.
Yeah.
It literally would not work in the physical world. Like, it can only work on TV.
Yep.
Okay?
That pisses me off.
But there's not a TV in the universe. Okay? If someone else walks behind the person who has the midnight monster on it while you're looking at it, that person gets yeeted away and dies. Ha!
What?
Because if you are behind the monster that's behind you, it kills you.
That makes no sense.
So it can only kill people at midnight.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with the monster at midnight.
It's not the same monster! So why are you calling this a sequel to Midnight?
Do they do the same
Just
thing?
have it be a different monster. No, it just hides on people and kills them when they're behind it.
That doesn't make any sense.
And so he looks at the monster and cries. He tries to talk to it. And he says, "Look, I'm trying to help you. Oh, no, you're a monster. You're just trying to kill people. But what's behind the thing that's behind you? If you kill the thing that's behind you, what happens when you're behind you?" So he shoots a pipe full of mercury for some reason, and it makes a mirror, and so the monster is behind itself. And it doesn't kill the monster, it just detaches the monster, and then they all run to the next room, and most of them get away, except for that they waited too long, and so it reattaches itself to a different character who's the captain, and then she jumps back down the well and blows herself up so they can save the rest of the people.
Wow. That's nonsensical, man.
It made me nauseous. It was so stupid.
Wow.
Midnight, yes, the Diamond Planet. This is a sequel to the only good, to the best episode that Russell T Davies has ever written. That's the thing. Russell T Davies knows how to write. He's written good episodes of Doctor Who before.
He's written some great episodes, I might argue. But yeah, not anymore.
Yeah, Capaldi's episode is worth watching. It gets dumb though. Like his performance is fantastic. The writing, like you can feel the writing slipping away though.
Yeah,
each season gets worse.
I think he suffers
less
more,
consistent.
I think he suffers most with his companions, because Clara was a fantastic companion with what's his name, Matt Smith. And then as soon as he gets to Capaldi, her character changes entirely, and she's just insufferable. And her boyfriend is annoying as hell. Or maybe that's the next. I don't know. I get confused. And then he had the lesbian companion, which was completely unforgettable. And then she had the black chick, which she was okay, but just kind of boring. But he had some really, really good episodes, especially the last couple of ones. his last Christmas special, the Husbands of River Song. Oh my gosh, that's a fantastic episode.
Yeah, Capaldi has some good episodes.
Right.
Weak seasons, some okay episodes, and some really bad episodes. But his performance is always good. Clara was super hot though. I think she's the hottest companion Doctor Who's ever had.
Yeah. Well, now I got a coworker calling me. I'll be right back.
Would I rather watch Modern Doctor Who or Rings of Prime? Oh boy. They're both horrible. If I was watching Rings of Prime, I could probably get a video out of it. Like I'd come up and see something so stupid I could make up a video. I stopped making Doctor Who videos like 3 episodes in just because it was just so stupid. And Rings of Prime is equally stupid, but I care about the source material more. So I prefer to not watch either, but if I had to choose, I would watch Wheel of Time so that I could do something with it. You're so confused. Yeah, that's the thing. Midnight is a great episode. It's very creepy, and this episode does none of that. I don't know why they're calling it the same monster because it behaves completely differently. It doesn't make sense. It's okay, Martina. So yes, David is very sexually confused. So thanks for being his beard. Wheel of Time. I didn't watch Matt and Clara's run very much, but I have seen the Rings of Aquitaine. The Rings. Is that the singing one? That's the one where they sing, right? Rings of Aquitaine. I'm trying to remember that episode. Let me pull it up. Matt Smith is my favorite Doctor of the reboot, you know. I thought his season was better than not Russell T. Davis, but Russell T. Davis, but David Tennant. Matt Smith is a better Doctor than David Tennant. Matt Smith brought a lot of emotion to the character. David Tennant was goofy all the time, and yeah, there were some emotional episodes there, but like Matt Smith gave it like some darkness. He gave the role like some darkness that wasn't. It's the singing episode. Yeah, that's the Star God. Great episode. Yeah, and that specifically the darkness in this episode where he's yelling at the god and he's like, "Take, if you feed on memories, like take mine, take it all." Like, I've watched worlds die and stars and like, oof, like that scene gets me emotional. Matt Smith is great. Yeah, he didn't make the show dark, but like you could see like the sadness behind the character that hadn't always been there. Like, hey, like I've kind of lived so long, I've just seen things, and I liked how they brought in to show like, hey, like maybe I'm a negative effect on some of these companions because I keep getting them killed. It was fun. It's a fun show. And then Lucky Day, today's episode, is White Man Bad. Again, the episode. It's well, first off, Lux was the lowest episode of all time. And then it went slightly up with The Well. Probably because people heard, it's a sequel to Midnight. Also, maybe Easter had something to do with that. Still not good numbers. I can't imagine anyone's even going to finish this episode because it was terrible. This episode makes no sense. It's like White Man bad, Trump bad, all the QAnon bad and Fox News lies to you. The episode. It's horrible. It's so stupid. It's about a white guy who has a podcast, and he's trying to track down the doctor. Not because he's interested in the doctor, even though he's seen magic science stuff happen. He saw the box appear and then disappear in front of him as a kid, and he's been obsessed with it his whole life. Oh, but his motivations as an adult are to prove that it's all a lie, even though he knows it's not, because he saw it be true. So he pretends to be a nice guy so he can date Ruby Sunday, so he can get information on the doctor. And you think it's because he saw it as a kid. He's been obsessed with it. He wants to know the secrets of the universe. But it turns out he just has a podcast where he's trying to prove that UNIT is lying to the people, that aliens don't exist, even though he knows that aliens exist. It's really, really bizarre. You agree? Yeah, Matt Smith is the doctor. He might not be, but Chuti is in him. Yeah. I don't know. So he's nice to Ruby Sunday. They start dating. They date for like a month so that he can bring her out into the middle of the country and have his friends pretend to be aliens to scare her. And they bring out, UNIT comes to save her life because it's a monster that was real. He saw that monster in real life. He saw the doctor and Ruby defeat that monster and capture it. And then decided to say it's all fake. So he had his friends dress up like the monster, bring the government out to capture them, and then they're like, hey, we're just wearing costumes. See, this is proof that the UNIT lies to you. But he was the only one lying. Like, on camera, he was like, hey, we created a lie, and then UNIT showed up to end the threat. And that's proof that UNIT is lying about aliens. If UNIT was lying about aliens and they got a call from someone saying, hey, there's aliens here, why would they show up? If they're the ones making the lies about aliens, they're going to hear the call and think it's a prank. It's so bizarre. Yeah, Ruby Sunday's the character. It's just so dumb. This episode is horrendous. It's terrible. I don't want to talk about Doctor Who anymore. But David keeps leaving. This is why we're supposed to have more than one guest. I blame Charles. Everyone blame Charles. He said, do the show on Saturday, and then he didn't show up. Oh, he sent me his notes, though. Okay, I can read Charles's thoughts on Doctor Who so we can just end this discussion. Doctor Who notes. It's boring. It's similar to the episode with Moaning Myrtle. Yes, it's ripping off of the Moaning Myrtle episode, but not done as well. And he didn't take the antidote because he wanted to be brave. That's just stupid. But that was also a lie. But also he knew it was true. So yeah, have Martina come on camera. She's fun. It would have been better to simply say that he had been marked for long and the antidote didn't work. Yes. And that Ruby didn't have any antidote to give him. Okay. Why does Ruby think she can fight the Shriek? I don't know. They only have to wait 30 minutes until the army will get there. It was kind of a cool reveal, but his plan didn't make sense. Yes. And then the result of his live stream where the only liar he's exposed is himself. He's saying the government is lying. Look, they're pointing guns at us because we were pretending to be monsters and hunt people in the streets. And then we took off our masks. Look, the fascists are pointing guns at us. And he created an online movement where people are trying to get rid of UNIT because they're fascists. Even though they weren't, like, he proved on camera that they weren't liars because they showed up to deal with a threat, which was him. Like, he's a domestic terrorist. It's so funny because, like, they think that this is a gotcha for conservatives, but that's what they do. That's what the left does. It's insane. So fascism in the streets, it's a false alarm is not a harmless stunt. Yes. Yeah. Like, you can be arrested for that. Like, oh, we just did a pretend terrorist attack. Don't worry. We called in a bomb threat, but it wasn't real. Like, no, you go to jail. He gets arrested, but everyone's so mad that they let him out. The rest of the episode was okay, but it didn't feel like Doctor Who. Yeah, the one scene dragged on too long. Bad guy was misinformation. The Doctor is not menacing. Yeah, the Doctor has Chudigatwe has no charisma. Got it. I just got an email from YouTube. Have they fixed the problem yet? Who knows? Their customer service is garbage. I've told them what the issue was, that they stole 250 subscribers from me for no reason. And they're like, okay, we finally got someone to look at the issue. Can you please tell us what the problem is? Like, it's in the email they're responding to. Morons. YouTube sucks. Okay. What else? Andor. Gay lesbian sex in Star Wars now. These episodes were so boring. The only interesting part of these 3 episodes of Andor was the mousy guy. The accountant guy is becoming a double agent, a secret he's infiltrating the spies, but he's working for the bad guys. Him trying to infiltrate their ranks was the only interesting part of the episode. And then the rest was just so boring. We get Andor's girlfriend trying to get over her rape, and then going and killing not the guy that tried to rape her because he's already dead, the guy who tortured her in season 1. So she hunts down and kills him, and Andor refuses to help the other problem, like the problem on the main plot. He gets introduced to the main plot and says, no, I don't want to do that. And so he goes and deals with his lover's, the guy who no one cares about from season 1. And then it's the lesbians who get sent in to do the main plot, and they bang on camera, and then one of them dies. And the other lady, we got to see Bail Organa for like 2 seconds. He's recast, whatever. Not doing anything to help the rebellion, which is weird because he should be. And Mon Mothma, I don't even remember what her plot was. What did she do? Something. What did Luthen do this episode? I can't remember. He told people to do things. What did Mon Mothma do for 3 episodes? The show's so boring. I was really looking forward to the show. I liked season 1. The finale was garbage, but I was like, hey, this will be interesting. It's the whole show has been repurposed for just messaging. Yeah. Well, the actor's still alive. But he's old now, so I don't mind the recasting. I think it's fine. The whole message of these episodes was like, Trump bad. It was so boring. Oh, it was so hard to finish. And I still need to finish Daredevil, and I haven't done it because, man, that's boring too. Mon Mothma was trying to get votes for something, but then failed, and then she went to a party. Yeah, she that was it. Like these episodes were so boring. There was like one scene with tension where they're doing like a heist that might go bad because the bad guys actually know about it because of the Cyril guy is a double agent, right? And then, but that's it. And the reason why the gay lover dies is really silly too. And it's just, okay. Oh, and/or Cassian gets to talk about clothing. He gets to be a fashion designer for a bit. They introduced Jimmy Smith's replacement here briefly because he's going to do a bunch of stuff through Rebellion. Yeah, so I hope he should be doing that. I thought I was going to like this season. I was looking forward to it. I want to like it. Okay, it's boring, and broken record, but. I think it's a good sci-fi. I think it's a bad Star Wars. For two reasons. I don't think it feels like Star Wars, and also anytime they mention Disney Star Wars, I get turned off. So it's two problems. Like it doesn't fit, and also I don't want it to. It should just be its own thing, and I'd probably like it better, and I wouldn't care that there's a rape scene in it. Okay. It does serve the story. I don't think you need to put rape into Star Wars. But if it wasn't Star Wars, I wouldn't care. It works for the story. Like it's not a bad scene. It's good for her character development. But man, Andor was terrible. And then The Last of Us. We already talked about it, right? Just nothing happens. The rest of the story is just going to be Ellie trying to convince the other girl to be gay with her while hunting down Abby, who she decides not to kill at the end. That's the rest. I don't know what the rest of that's it. That's the rest of the plot. Like she literally says, I'm not gay. She got back together with her boyfriend after kissing Ellie. And so the whole plot is just going to be her trying to gaslight her into being gay so that they can bang, and then Abby, I guess. Yep. Like, I don't know why anyone is interested. Charles said he's not interested in it anymore.
Yep, I don't want to keep watching it. And that whole, it was last episode, but that dance formal or whatever, they were, no, that was episode 1. It was episode 1. The dance formal was like, nobody likes me, I'm not attractive. And she's like, shut your face. True. You're hot as anything. Like, oh, I'm vomiting in my mouth a little bit.
Yes, you are not attractive. Ellie, the kiss was so bad her girlfriend went straight again. Yes.
Yeah. Like maybe I could go both ways. But nope, never mind. I'm straight.
Okay, let's talk about something good. The rehearsal. You watched the 2 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rehearsal's amazing, man.
I was right. Okay. First off, I was right. We are not dropping the pilot subplot. That's going to be the through line for the whole season.
And I'm not mad about it this time.
But I don't know what the point of it is yet, and I'm really scared. Like I know how devious Nathan Fielder is, and I'm like, what's the punchline to this joke? Like, I don't know. It's going to be really weird.
Yeah.
But man, the rehearsal is great.
I
also, like, I laughed a lot. Like I said, the first episode was hard to laugh at because it was so cringy. Like, it was like you just felt bad for the guy. Like, and that's his brand. His brand is ultra cringe, like crawl out of your own skin, cringe hilarity. But episode 1 wasn't as funny as previous episodes of Nathan For You or The Rehearsal, just because it was just I just felt so bad for the guy that, like,
but
it was so cringy. Like, I'm just like, oh, like stop torturing him. Just
Yeah.
just let him go home. Just let him go home and break up with his girlfriend, you know? So I felt bad for episode 1 was tough. And then this episode is even worse, but it's easier to laugh at.
Yes, I
This
agree.
episode made me so uncomfortable with him creating a fake America's Got Talent
Yes.
just so that he can train people in how to
Give people bad
deliver
news. Yeah.
rejection. Nathan Fielder is a monster.
Yep.
He is a horrible person and a comedic genius. Okay. And there's so many people who were auditioning for his singing show that's fake, and it's heartless.
Yep.
And oh man, him like checking the ballots and the score and the ratings was so funny, and it hurt so much.
Yeah.
But it was hilarious.
No, it was really good. I'm halfway convinced that these shows, especially the rehearsal, are Nathan's way of like almost fixing himself, right?
Well, but that's the joke.
Yeah.
That's the joke.
Because especially this last episode, it was so funny because
That's how it's framed, David.
why does this one aircraft pilot do better at talking with people? And you can see from the camera, you can see how like
learn from him, yeah. Because she's charismatic, and he just takes the words that she's saying
he says the same
and tries
thing,
to apply
but
them
he
with
does
no
it monotone,
charisma. Yes.
And it's like, well, yeah, of course it doesn't work. It's not the same. And it's
how come she's getting better ratings than me?
But yeah, and especially that bit at the end where it's like, oh man, I only got a 6. Wait, maybe it's a 9. I don't know. I'm gonna say it's a 9. Yeah, it was great,
dude. Mark, you're missing out. He's hilarious. He's it's one of the best comedies out there, man.
Yeah,
and
and
then the dig at Paramount Plus.
Oh yeah. Okay, we'll get to that. First, okay. I want to talk about how this isn't quite as comedy funny as Nathan for You and as season 1 of Rehearsal. I think
it's building something though.
It is building something, and I think it kind of works too because he digs at it himself. He knows, hey, this is supposed to be funny and this isn't funny, so let's insert this clown getting smashed by a car, and it's all fake.
Yeah,
it's all this convoluted story that he's made for himself to cram a joke in there because it's not funny. And I don't know. I love it. He's like, I'm a clown. I make funny jokes. Can I actually change the world? Can I actually make a difference?
Mm-hmm.
Or is a clown just good for laughing at? I thought that was so good.
So Paramount Plus,
yeah,
removed what his Nathan for You episode about the Holocaust.
Yeah,
because apparently it was anti-Semitic, even though he's a Jew, right?
Mm-hmm.
The joke, and then he compares them to Nazi Germany. Was so funny. He's like, okay, so they took down my episode, so I need to learn I need to do a rehearsal for how to conflict avoidance, right? Like how to talk to someone without backing down, right? And saying what I need. So how can I ask Paramount to put the episode back up while also not offending them, because they're also airing the other show that I'm doing with Benny Safdie, The Curse, right?
Yeah.
So I can't make them mad, but I also want them to put the episode back up. I don't know what their offices look like, but I imagine it's something like this. And
it's Nazi Germany.
It's Hitler's office, right? And the graphic just shows Paramount Plus banners spreading Paramount across Europe. Because Germany pulled the episode for anti-Semitism. Dude, Mark, I love you, man, but this is a bad take. Okay. Don't make me whip out the stinger. Someone throw rocks at Mark, please. It's one of the emojis if you're a channel member.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that
It
that
feels
whole
hilarious.
rehearsal was great. And he's like, "Hey, this isn't working. You got to be honest with me." And it's like, maybe it's because you think they're Hitler, you know. And he looks around and is like, "Oh yeah."
I don't think you're being honest with me. I don't. You've cast me as a. That scene was great, absolutely great. I'm so curious to see where this season goes. It's gonna be fun. I like. It's got me in the mood to go watch old Nathan For You episodes too.
Yeah.
This episode is
I watched that episode that was taken down.
This episode is
because
kind of
it's still
similar
on
too, as well,
HBO.
to his other because he's done the self-improvement bit in Nathan For You before, right? He did The Bachelor, where like, hey, I want to learn how to overcome my nervousness in talking to women, so I'm going to create a show where I'm the Bachelor. It's a fake Bachelor show. No one's actually winning anything. It's just to help me overcome my personal inadequacies.
Yeah.
He did a similar thing with one of the episodes where they were doing a play. I think it was the no smoking one, right?
I don't remember.
Could have been
I haven't watched all of
There's
Nathan For
a
You.
couple episodes where they're putting on a performance, right? And he's dealing with actors, and he's talking to the actress, and he's like auditioning her, but he's like, okay, say the line, "I love you," and she says it, and he's like, say it again. "I love you." Again. Like he just keeps it.
Yeah,
It's a fantastic scene.
it's fun.
But yeah, I love Nathan For You, and I'm loving the rehearsal. It's a good show. But David, did you know this
I
though?
agree.
You skipped out before we were done with all the news.
Yeah, sorry. It's been a crazy day. Oh.
The Wheel of Time is running a campaign to get an Emmy for The Hills of Tanchico.
Yeah. No thanks. Wow.
Such horrible lyrics, man.
Yep. 3 is too many.
Ransom can't. Never heard of that show. I thought you were talking about the Mel Gibson Ransom movie because it was on a different line, so I didn't even see Canyon at first.
You know what else 3 is too many of?
Who knows? They probably will win because I don't respect the enemies.
Yeah.
Who cares?
3 seasons of Wheel of Time is also too many.
Right. One's not enough, though. I don't know if I agree with that. One's not enough, but two's too many. Okay. This is great. This is the book expert that they have on the show. The one who's read the books 30 times and brought in as a consultant. This is her answering questions post season 3. Someone was asking about the power wrought blades. Okay, power wrought blades are the only when you're power wrought blades are the only way to kill Forsaken because they can't heal them with the one power. They'd have to be healed with the true power, which you haven't even gotten to yet. Okay. And someone said, "Hey, why was this introduced in season 3 when Lanfear is stabbed through the heart with a power wrought blade by Moraine in season 2 when she's riding Rand? Stabs her through the heart with a power wrought blade and then slits her throat, and she heals herself. Now the throat was a dagger, but she was still stabbed, run through.
Yeah.
Presumably she healed that as well.
And Moraine was skewered with what was that Landsword?
Landsword is power wrought.
Yeah, you're right. Landsword is power wrought too.
That's what she used to skewer Lanfear at the end. She was also stabbed with it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's introducing problems. Okay. Yeah. Well, that was a bit of an error. I came up with the idea This is the person who's supposed to be saying, hey, if it's not in the books, don't put it in.
Yeah.
I came up with the idea. Power Rot Blades killing Forsaken is her fault. I came up with that idea of Power Rot Blades could kill Forsaken after season 2 because I needed to come up with a reason why Ishamael disintegrated like that with a sword wound at the end of the season 2 finale.
Yeah.
Why getting stabbed would disintegrate him. Sure, Rand was also channeling into the blade, but honestly, we don't know what he was doing. Season 2 was written and filmed over COVID, and I wasn't there to object to it as it wasn't in the script. So the Lanfear...
That was their excuse for season 1. It was season 1 that was filmed during COVID, and they had to cut out the...
This time it was the strikes, though.
Yeah.
So they couldn't do any writing on set if they needed to make changes. Okay, why wasn't it in the script then?
Yeah.
If like your scripts are just as bad, right? It's not like stop pointing the finger at other people.
Yep.
Okay. So they didn't actually have an answer to these. They're just flying by the seat of their pants. And it contradicted the Lanfear season 2. It's just one of those things we have to live with. Technically, she needed to have someone else heal that wound using the one power. As we moved into season 3, I started being more vocal. Okay. Or don't introduce the idea at all and just say Ishamael disintegrated because Rand was channeling at him.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't create a problem. I mean, it's still stupid, but it doesn't create a continuity error.
Yeah.
Exactly. My Hills have a better chance of getting an Emmy than they do. Yes. The hills are my boobies. The hills are my boobies. Hey!
Yep.
This show's so done. It's so funny that they've just radio silence on the renewal.
Yep.
I think it's because if they announce the show's canceled, they're already in hot water, right? Because everyone's pissed and
Right.
slandering them for having how dare they kill a lesbian character. They're just waiting for that to die down before they have to make another bad announcement.
Yep.
And get called racist for canceling such a inclusive show. So it's over. It's just a matter of time. There was one more casting announcement though, David, that I think you're going to get real excited about.
Ooh, goody goody. You know what? I think she fits the role of Buzz Lightyear more than she does The Last of Us.
I think you're right.
Oh, goodness.
Anyway,
That's good.
I think that's it for the show. Did you have anything?
Good source of memes for sure.
Did you have anything else to add?
Unless you wanted to talk about that canceled Nathan For You episode.
Oh, because you watched that in preparation for this?
Yeah.
It's a good episode.
It was good.
I don't remember the other, because there's like 3 plots in each episode. I don't even remember the other plots in that episode.
The other plot was better, man. The first plot was the horseback riding one.
For fat people. There's a weight limit. There's a weight limit for how much you can put on a horse, and so hey, let's be inclusive. We will have giant helium weather balloons attached to fat people so that they can also have an opportunity to ride horses.
Yep.
And they keep getting popped by the trees. Yes, fantastic.
It's hilarious.
Fantastic episode.
He makes some big paddles to be carried next to the balloons so that people can protect them from popping from the trees. And he makes a scarecrow that's being pulled by a drone to keep the ravens away.
To keep the birds away. Yeah. So that one fat person can ride a horse.
Yep.
It's hilarious.
It's great. There's a point in there that there's other people that are waiting for their turn to ride the horses, and they're just like taking pictures and laughing. And I don't know how he does it, but he goes over there.
His ability to keep a straight face.
He delivers this line with a straight face, and he's like, "You are being offensive. Like, I cannot believe you are laughing at this guy. He's he's just wanted to, live his dream and ride a horse, and you're making him a laughing stock. And it's like he delivers it so calmly, and like I don't know how he does it.
It's insane how good he is at keeping a straight face.
He's a psychopath, man.
Like the scenes, the scenes where he's like you haven't watched all of Nathan For You, have you?
No, I've watched
the scenes where he's talking with there's some lawyer scenes when, like in the Starbucks episode. Watch the Starbucks episode. The scenes where with the lawyer, he's like, I can't believe you're saying this to a real person, Yeah. And he has seen I think it's the season 1 finale, which is the magic trick. It might be season 2. The premise of that one is, I want to perform the most dangerous, death-defying stunt of all time.
Uh-huh.
What's worse than death? Becoming a registered sex offender. If I can't escape these handcuffs in time, I will have someone pants me in front of an audience of children and become a registered sex offender.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
And he has to talk to like real people, like, okay, what would actually get me on the registry? Like, what do I have to do? And he's like, so he's getting instructions for people for how to become a pedo. It is insane. And they're like, well, you couldn't have someone else do it because then they'd be culpable. So he buys a robot arm and manufactures pants with loops on them, so a robot arm can take his pants off if he can't perform this escape in time. It's the most dangerous game. And then he convinces a whole bunch of parents to let their kids be filmed watching this escape artist.
Oh,
it's
man.
Insane.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Fantastic show. Next week is stuff I don't want to watch. More Andor, more Last of Us, more Doctor Who, and 1 episode of The Rehearsal. So Conan on Monday, either Monday or Tuesday. Sure. I could do Monday. I could do Tuesday. I'll stream it too. It's been a while.
I could join late.
Hmm?
I could join late on either of those days.
Like what is late? Like 7?
10.
10?
Yeah. I
Do
get
something
off
like
my late on-call shift at 10.
Yeah, let's do something like that.
Yeah.
If that works for you.
Sounds good.
Oh boy. I'm looking forward for I hope Murderbot is good, man. I thought Andor was going to be good.
Yeah.
If Murderbot's not good, we're in trouble.
Yep.
We're going to have to watch so much The Last of Us. Yeah, 10 p.m. I assume. I assume when
I know.
David says late, he doesn't mean 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next week's going to suck. But hey, maybe I'll check out this David and Goliath TV show. Kings, yeah. Did I close the window? I think I closed it. Let me open it up again so I don't forget. So I can leave it open. Anyway, I'm behind. I'm going to try and get some editing done maybe tonight and tomorrow so I can actually have videos on my YouTube channel again. So
nice.
I'm trying to do stuff that's easier to make. We're gonna get stuff. I don't know if I don't remember if you liked the show. Well, I'll check it out. I'll let you know. Oh, I ended up watching a movie too because I was dealing with something. I had a movie on in the background. I think it's the one that the Angry Mexa didn't like. It was the Steven Soderbergh movie, the Black Bag. It came on HBO or something, and I watched it. It was okay. It wasn't terrible. It's not his best movie.
Yeah.
It had some good, interesting ideas. It was kind of boring, but it wasn't terrible. Yeah, so I watched that. I've been doing a lot of reading. I've been doing a lot of work around the house. I've got a lot of stuff to get done before summer starts, before it gets hot outside. Oh, I got to finish. I have to rebuild a gutter. I've been doing housework. So
It's fun stuff.
It's hard balancing. It's hard to find time to make videos, and I will try harder. Last couple were good. Yeah. I want to do more of the comics. I have 2 we filmed. I haven't even edited them, so.
Yep. I forget which ones I think we've still read.
I think there's 4 videos that we filmed that I haven't released.
Yeah.
Because I haven't edited them. So.
And there's a couple more comics that we've read that we haven't recorded yet.
The Gorge? The Gorge is charming. I liked it. It was fun. I could rewatch that movie. I have too many books to read right now. I got to catch up. So it's going to be fun. I need to start making videos on the books. I need to do some book review stuff. But anyway, more to come soon. We'll see you guys next week. It's been a blast. And I think we're doing these on Saturdays now.
Yeah.
We'll definitely, sometimes things are going to come up. We might have to do a Sunday or a Friday video, a Friday stream. But is the Grandpa Circle Jerk? That's my favorite too. I like that one a lot. I like
Grumpy Grandpa or whatever.
The OG, the original Grandpa.
Yeah.
Circle Jerk is good, but
your best one was the Pride flag. Pride Month.
Pride Month is good. That got me banned from TikTok.
Yeah.
I do think the best pun though is the mukbang one. It's not the best quality video. It's not the jokes could be better, but I think the pun is just.
Yeah, but that one grosses me out, man.
What's the other? Sorry, Circle Jerks and Circle of Jerky.
What's
the other pun?
There was the eggplant, or was that was just a short you did?
Yeah, that was just a short.
Old man.
No, what was it? Because I did one. Because I filmed the jerky one. I did one like the next week too, or the week before that. There was another good one.
I don't remember.
There was another misunderstanding slang. That was
I don't know if you need to create a playlist.
Yeah, I don't know if playlists do anything though. I was trying.
I don't know if you could put a short in a playlist. Can you do that? I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, it was yard. I was doing gardening. It was I think maybe gardening might be better than the beef jerky one.
What was the miscommunication in that one? I don't remember.
It was. Oh,
I don't remember that one at all.
No, the pun is really good. It's. What do I say at the end? It's horrible.
Was it a short? Man. All I see is the.
It's me like going off on history that's not true, but I like that one. Circle Jerk's also good. I need to do some more sketches.
Yeah.
I have a few sketches I've written that I never filmed because it's more work. I need to make more videos. I know. I'm sorry. I'll do more videos. So, okay. We'll see you guys next week. It's been fun.
Okay.
Maybe some Boomer tries more trends.
Good night.
Give me suggestions for what Boomer needs to try, and then I'll come up with a joke. That's the thing. Like, if you seed it, it's easy for me to come up with a joke.
Yeah. Boomer tries gardening. There it is. I'll have to watch this because I don't remember that one. Oh, there's Boomer tries TikTok too. That was the other one.
Good. TikTok's fun.
Yeah. But no, the best one was the beef jerky and Pride Month.
Beef jerky's good. Pride Month is brilliant.
Yeah.
I went through about 25 different versions of the Pride Month sketch, toning it down with each iteration.
Yeah.
The original script for Pride Month is really bad. No, like, it's hilarious, but I'm like, I think I'd get banned from YouTube for saying
Yeah.
And I made it like a little bit softer each time, and to the point where like, okay, like the joke's on the audience, not on me anymore, you know, like
Yeah. No,
I made it
think
softer and
I
softer.
think it was brilliant how you did it.
So
So
it is funny that they choose the rainbow as their symbol, right?
yeah.
Because that's what God used to kill them all.
Yep.
Anyway, see you guys next week. Gotta make more videos. See ya. Bye.
Bye.
And now it is time to say goodbye.
We had a great conversation.
It's been fun. But all good things must come to an end, and the goodest ending I can think of is...
Right now, this moment, this night.
So I guess we just say goodbye.
So, goodbye.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day. But come back next week for more outrageous bloopers.
This is the end.
Well, there's only one thing left to do.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If it's true, please take a minute to subscribe to the channel, and you can join us along for the ride. And if you pay me, I'll try to be more entertaining. So please consider joining Patreon and getting your name in the credits with pride.
I'd buy that for $1.